Be me, 29, feminine, working a corporate finance job, make 6 figures, corner office, successful by societal standards. Wake up at 5 a.m. every day for the corporate grind set. That feel when I secretly hate every minute of it. Never really wanted a career, just went along with expectations. Watched all my friends climb the corporate ladder, listened to them mock basic women who want a family, pretended to agree while dying inside, when actually I'm dreaming of being a stay-at-home wife. Want a husband who works while I take care of the home. Want to cook homemade meals every night. Want to raise children and be there for every moment. That feel when these desires feel like a shameful secret. Can't tell friends who would call me an internalized misogynist. Can't tell co-workers who would see me as unambitious. Can't tell family who sacrificed for my education. My face when I'm living a lie every single day. Apartment filled with career awards and empty wine bottles. Fridge only has takeout, leftovers, and expired yogurt. Haven't cooked a proper meal in months. That feel when I'm successful on paper, miserable in reality. Parents pushed me toward a career since childhood. You need to be independent. Never rely on a man for financial support. Don't waste your intelligence on being just a mother. My face when just a mother is exactly what I want to be. Visited parents last weekend for dinner. Dad bragging to neighbors about my recent promotion. Mom showing off an article where my company mentioned me. Their entire identity wrapped up in my success. That feel when disappointing them would crush their souls. Remember trying to tell Mom about wanting a family at 24. She immediately shut it down. Plenty of time for that later. Focus on your career now. 5 years later and later still hasn't arrived. My face when I'm trapped in a life other people designed for me. Start a dating app profile to find a potential husband. Profile shows career accomplishments because that's what's expected. Matches only want casual hookups or power couples. No one wants a traditional woman anymore. That feel when the dating pool gets worse every year. Went on a date last week with a promising guy. Mentioned wanting children. Casually, somewhere in the middle. Watched his expression change to horror. Why would you want to ruin your career path? Followed by a lecture about climate change and overpopulation. My face when I can't even express a normal biological desire. Another date asked about my 5-year plan. Told him truthfully, I want to be married with children. He laughed, thinking it was a joke. When he realized I was serious, he suddenly remembered an early meeting. That feel when natural female instincts are now considered defective. Turning 30 next month. Official danger zone for fertility. Fertility doctor already mentioned advanced maternal age. Suggested freezing my eggs, just in case. As if children are an afterthought to squeeze in someday. My face when the doctor assumes my career is more important than a family. Surrounded by friends freezing eggs and postponing family. They call it freedom, but it feels like a self-imposed prison. Friend group celebrates promotions and vacations. Secretly jealous of my cousin in the Midwest. Married at 23. 3 beautiful children now. Everyone mockingly calls her breeder behind her back. That feel when she's living my dream life. Grandmother asked when I'll settle down at family dinner. Everyone else at the table rushed to my defense. She's focusing on her career. She doesn't need a man. Plenty of time for kids with modern science. Couldn't admit I desperately want both right now. Grandmother, the only one who saw through the facade, caught her eyes and saw understanding. She married at 20, had 5 children, never once regretted it. My face when only the elderly understand my desires. Cried in the bathroom at work yesterday after a meeting. Colleague assumed it was about a missed promotion. Actually, it was about seeing a pregnant woman in the park on my lunch break. She looked so happy. Hand on stomach. Wedding ring glistening. That feel when I'm jealous of strangers with normal lives. Boss mentioned a potential transfer to the New York office. Everyone congratulated me like it's a dream opportunity, nodded and smiled while screaming internally. Don't want a bigger career. I want a smaller, simpler life. My face when they call that ambition. Biological clock not just ticking. Now it's blaring like an alarm. Gynecologist mentioned fertility decline charts, risk factors increasing with each passing year. Society told me, focus on your career first, family later. Now realizing later might never come. That feel when I traded family for PowerPoint presentations. Every night, follow the same routine. Come home exhausted from meaningless work. Pour a glass of wine while scrolling dating apps. See profiles of men who don't want commitment, or who want equal partners in ambition and income. My face when there's no place for traditional values. Cry myself to sleep most nights. Pillow soaked with tears of regret. Kneel beside my bed some nights and pray to God for a husband. One who isn't put off by my success. Beg for a chance to have children before it's too late. That feel when I'm reduced to prayers out of desperation. Parents called about my upcoming birthday. Mom excited about gifting the designer work bag I mentioned offhand. Maybe you'll meet someone this year, she says. As if a husband is just a nice accessory to my career, not the thing I actually want most. My face when they'd be devastated by the truth. Caught Dad telling a friend how proud he was that I didn't settle. Like prioritizing family would be a failure. Their generation fought for choices, never considering some women might choose differently. That feel when their liberation became my obligation. Considered therapy to cope with the feelings. Therapist suggested antidepressants. Many career women feel this ambivalence. Completely miss the point. My face when even mental health professionals don't get it. Scroll through social media for hours, watching acquaintances post family photos. Women I graduated with now have multiple children. They look exhausted, but genuinely happy. That feel when I chose the wrong path entirely. Wrote an honest dating profile draft last night. Successful woman seeks husband to support so I can quit my job and raise a family. Want traditional marriage, children, home-centered life. Willing to walk away from my career for the right man. Stared at the screen for an hour. Couldn't bring myself to post the truth. My face when I know that would get 0 matches. Modern dating market has no place for traditional women. Unless you're 22 and look like a model. Deleted the dating apps in frustration. Cried until physically exhausted. Begged the universe for a second chance. That feel when I'm trapped in a life everyone thinks I should want, but desperately want something completely different. Most nights, fall asleep thinking about a parallel universe, where I chose differently at the crucial moments, where I followed my heart instead of expectations, where I'm surrounded by family instead of achievements. My face when society's progress left women like me behind.